cars in the US so angry?
He's not even driving! How is this even like... Look! What is going on? This is so... For an English man, this is so...
So wait, so look, so it already knows where the stop signs are.
So this will literally...
It'll get us there and park us.
What?
I am obsessed with American pickup trucks.
Ever since the World Cup landed in America, thousands of Europeans have been showing up here for the football and walking away obsessed with something nobody expected. Pickup trucks. Not the stadiums. Not the food. Trucks. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why a piece of American metal on 4 wheels is breaking European brains, and what that says about just how different these two worlds really are.
I never thought that I would find a hobby that I enjoy as much as people watching until I moved to America. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the sport of truck watching. Now, truck watching is definitely a sport best enjoyed when driving, but obviously I can't film that. So I've just finished getting a couple bits from Publix and I thought I would have a little nosy around the car park and see if I can find anything cool.
Look at this bad boy. It's absolutely huge. It is about 3 times as tall as me. Look at the gap between the wheels and the hubcaps.
I kind of want to hang around and see how he even gets back into that because, like, you must need a stool, a step, a raise somehow. Oh, this is not a big truck, but this might be the coolest vehicle I've ever seen. Look at this guy. So cool. In the UK, I think it's fair to say that you're only driving a truck for like work purposes. But over here, trucks are just like an average family car, I think. I don't know, America, that's a question for you. Why are people buying trucks instead of regular sized cars? Okay, now I'm getting a little bit nervous that I might get spotted because I've been out here a couple of minutes. I'm gonna head home and I know there's one near me that has like 4 wheels across the back. Woohoo! Look at this. And it's for personal use, not for any kind of industrial use. This is just someone's personal car. I know I've not even scratched the surface with some of the vehicles in this country, but is this in every state? I know people like to tell me that's just Florida, but I've seen them in lots of other states before when I've visited, but it does feel like extreme here in Florida, so maybe that's the case. Let me know. And yeah, as I'm out and about, if it's safe to snap pictures of some of the absolutely wild vehicles that I see, then I will do, and I'll put them on my stories, because truck spotting, truck watching, new favorite hobby. Bye.
She turned a grocery store car park into a full-blown safari, hunting trucks instead of animals. But watching from a distance is one thing. What happens when a European actually walks right up next to one of these things and realizes just how small she really is? You need to see the look on her face for this next one.
Guys, I've never seen something like this before. This truck behind me is way bigger than I am. I never saw something like that. Because I'm just a European girl, you just look at it. Oh my god.
That shock on her face, standing next to a truck that dwarfs her completely, that is the moment it hits. But here's the twist. Even people who think they already know what a big truck looks like are about to get corrected the second they land in one specific state.
Texans, I've always thought my truck's pretty big over here. In England, that won't even fit in roads. But I've been told that this is considered a small truck in Texas. Is that true?
A truck he thought was massive back home just got called small in Texas. If the trucks are on a different scale, wait until you see what an entire parking lot looks like once you cross the Atlantic, because the difference is not subtle.
The size of everything in the UK is smaller. We've just noticed, coming out of the supermarket, how small and compact the car parks are compared to in the US.
And they're so busy as well. Like, look how busy this car park is right now. How small.
How small that is?
And how small the cars are as well. Do you notice how small the cars are?
How tiny little cars are everywhere.
Do you see a big
What
car?
would you? Where would you be able to fit your trucks? Here, you wouldn't be able to, mate. There's not enough space. Sorry, ladies. Yeah. There's just not enough space in this country. We need some more space, man.
Right, so behind James, that is the average size of a car in the UK. Next to him there, can you see? Everywhere. Small, tiny, little,
Everything.
pathetic cars.
Everything is downsized. Everything is downsized in this country.
Yeah, including you.
Before then, if you have made it this far and you still have not hit subscribe, I have to respect the sheer commitment it takes to ignore that button for this long. But here is your moment. Go ahead and tap subscribe, because every single day on this channel we go past the headlines and show you exactly how Europeans are really reacting to America since the World Cup came here. The good, the surprising, and the parts nobody expects. You are clearly invested in finding out how this ends, so do not miss what is coming next.
So when we were in America last and we went to pick up the car, we decided to pay a little extra and get something a little bit more luxurious. So we ended up with a car called a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It was absolutely massive. Now, at home in the UK, we normally drive an 8-seater van, so it's pretty big, but this car was even longer than that. The bonnet came up to my chest. It was massive, and I tell you what, it was fantastic. All the bells and whistles, all the safety gadgets and all the luxuries, and it really did feel like you were just driving around in a complete luxury car. So I want to know, why is it that America has such massive cars? Everywhere you go, you just see these massive monster cars. Whereas over in Europe, we've got these tiny little Tonka cars that are just tiny. So do you think that you guys would struggle if you came to Europe to drive one of our teeny little cars? Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I think it's a brilliant difference. Keep them coming.
A bonnet that comes up to your chest in a rental car. That is what he is calling a monster car. But size is not even the wildest part of American cars. Wait until you see what happens when one of these tourists realizes the car is driving itself, with nobody touching the wheel.
I am with Lani and Sav, and we're driving this. He's not even driving! How is this even like... Look! What is going on? This is so... For an English man, this is so...
So wait, so look, so it already knows where the stop signs are.
So this will literally...
It'll get us there and park us.
What?
You can watch it.
You were not even going to drive?
No. I said
Nah. Nah. This is so abnormal to me. This... Oh my God, hang on. What?
Look, so we'll stop. It'll check both ways.
This is literally the weirdest
Do you
thing.
not think it's weird?
Yeah.
Look.
You're not even So you can literally sit there for a whole journey.
Yeah, I do. I sit here and it's hard to stay awake.
What?
Look at them back
This
there.
is
They're
so...
freaking out.
This is so... Oh yeah, by the way guys, Charlie and Dan are in the trailer. Just sat... Like, they're in the back. Look, red light. Right, so it's now going to park us up, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just going to park us up. Right, guys, hang on, let me flip around. Right. Oh my God, we're still going around. He's still not driving. He's still not driving. This is insane, mate.
It even uses its blinkers.
Well, so this is actually going to find a parking spot for us.
Yeah. Here we go.
What on... This is insane. Nah, mate. By the way, we're going to Texas Roadhouse for a nice steak, by the way. That's insane, mate. What? this is so alien to me.
Look,
It's parked us. Anyway, we're going to be doing a review here at the Texas Roadhouse as well, so it'll be on the GTI page. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
A grown man sitting in stunned silence while the car parks itself, using its blinker, checking both ways. That is the moment this stops being just about trucks. This is a completely different way of building things, and it only gets more intense from here. That was not even a truck video, and it still broke him. Now watch what happens when a couple actually switches over to one of these massive American cars themselves. Air conditioning blasting from places they did not know needed air conditioning.
I bloody love driving in America. It's such a pleasure. It's such an absolute pleasure. We've had to change our car purely because we needed to, the old car had a service, but we've got this Jeep Wagoneer. It's massive. It is huge. The air conditioning is amazing. The screen is amazing. I'm even getting cold air blowing up my bottom. I love being in America. I love American cars. I love American roads. And we are having the best time of our lives.
Cold air blowing on places he did not know needed cold air. That is the actual review. If that counts as massive to him, wait until you see the one truck on this list that might be the most excessive vehicle these Europeans have ever laid eyes on.
Yeah, I have this giant America truck. Look how big this thing is. It's called a Jeep Gladiator. This is so excessive. This is bigger than anything I've ever driven.
At this point, these are less like vehicles and more like small buildings on wheels. So here's the real question. Why do American cars end up built this way in the first place? This next guy actually lays out 5 specific reasons, and one of them involves a tab hidden in your own trunk.
Here's 5 things that cars in America have that cars in the UK just don't. Firstly, just about every car has remote start, which means you can get it fired up, have the aircon going so it's nice and cool for you getting in. Number 2 is a federal law that was brought in the early 2000s, and what it relates to is this little pull tab here. So every single car that's made and sold in the USA has to have one of these, and they often glow in the dark. And the idea is to aid anyone who's been kidnapped, they can pull that and hop out of the boot, and also to stop young kids or from anyone from getting accidentally trapped in your own boot or trunk, although I don't quite know how that would happen. Third, almost everyone has a garage here where they keep their car. So what they do is they build buttons into the car that can be programmed to your own individual garage door. Now this isn't some aftermarket add-on, this comes straight from the factory. And number 5, but hang around, I'm going to give you a good bonus one, is the indicators, which flash red rather than amber or orange as we'd have in the UK. The reason for this is back in the 1950s, when indicators became mandatory, they figured the easiest way to do it is just make the existing brake light flash, and that's stuck since then on. And bonus point, most cars in the US have a stonking big engine, which we can no longer have in the UK due to emission laws, due to zero emission vehicle mandates, and so on and so forth. It's not as bad for running costs as you might think, because remember, fuel is half the cost. Follow for more car videos.
Remote start, a glow-in-the-dark escape tab in the trunk, a garage door button built straight from the factory. Small details most Americans never think twice about. But those same engineering choices are exactly why our trucks could never survive a specific kind of road back in Europe, and this next clip shows you exactly why.
Americans, I'm going to show you the very reason why American trucks, the ones that I love, would not work in the UK. Where I live, we are surrounded by these types of roads, okay? Believe it or not, this road is a 2-way traffic road. Traffic is meant to go up and down this road. It's not a 1-way road. And wait till you hear the speed limit, okay? Those 2 signs on that road is the national speed limit sign, which is 60 miles per hour on that country road. How crazy is that, first of all? Second of all, there's no way you are getting a truck, an American-sized truck, down that road. As much as I would love to, it's just not going to work. Imagine if you meet another car with an American truck on that road. No one's getting through. Nothing's going to happen. The American truck would have to drive over the car. They probably could anyway, but that's not the point. It's just like they wouldn't work in the UK. It's actually a joke. And let's just talk about how ridiculous that is. 60 miles per hour on that road. I can never understand it. I don't know why they still have it at 60 miles per hour. It doesn't make sense. It's 2 ways. It's not 1 way. Make it make sense.
A 60-mile-an-hour speed limit on a road that looks like a hiking trail. That is what our trucks would be up against. So what is actually driving these design choices on both sides? This next woman breaks down the real engineering differences side by side, and it explains everything you just watched.
American trucks versus European trucks. Which is better? In the US, trucks are designed for long-haul journeys. The longer wheelbase is suited for the wide, straight roads, enhancing comfort and stability. The shape of the truck also leads to better aerodynamics, essential for long, straight stretches, which the US is full of. Semis in the US in some areas are allowed to go up to 75 or even 80 miles an hour. UK trucks are built for navigating the narrowing, winding roads of towns and cities. They're allowed to drive a maximum of 9 hours a day, with the maximum speed being about 60 miles per hour. The shorter wheelbase and cab-over design improve turning and visibility compared to U.S. trucks, crucial for safety on congested narrow routes and through tiny towns, which the UK is full of. UK regulations restrict the total length to 61 feet, necessitating shorter cabs to maximize cargo space. Each design reflects the distinct requirements and regulations of their respective region. Both are perfect for the roads they drive on.
Different roads, different regulations, different priorities. That is exactly why the trucks end up looking the way they do. But this fascination with America goes way beyond the vehicles. Watch what happened to one European after posting just a couple of videos about experiencing this country for the first time.
I'm a Brit living in America, and the American dream is absolutely real. I moved here 3 years ago. I didn't have any friends or family or anything here. I now live in a beautiful neighborhood. I couldn't move to Texas and not get the V8 sports car, so I've got one of those. I'm currently driving to the gym. It's 32 degrees outside, which is, I don't know, like 85, 90 Fahrenheit. And you can just see the opportunity everywhere. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, I made a video to say I'm going to try my hand at social media, and I'm going to create content, basically me experiencing things in America as a Brit for the first time. So things like me going to a Bass Pro Shop or going to Buc-ee's for the first time, and then with the World Cup as well, experiencing some of your guys' stadiums for the first time. And when I made that video, I had 40 followers. I was getting like 100 views, and that was probably mainly just my friends or family from back home, probably taking a piss a bit. But less than 3 weeks later, I've grown to 10,000 followers. I've had hundreds of DMs with invitations to go on the local news, to go on different podcasts, invitations to collaborations, to go to different events, you know, firework displays, go to see people's local businesses. Just it's absolutely overwhelming that this was basically from 1 or 2 videos that blew up overnight. And it's just completely opened so many doors and different opportunities. So I just want to come in here just to say I really appreciate everyone's support, but also the American dream is real. There's so much opportunity out here, and it's available for anyone that just wants to go and get it. And I feel like people are rewarded for just trying. You know, my followers are 95% American, and I just feel so much support from them just because, you know, they maybe see my passion for America and how much I love it here and seeing things for the first time. So this goes to show is Americans love America, and people that like it here as well. So I'm going to continue making these videos. The World Cup's ending, but everyone's going home. I'm not. I live here. I want to travel all 50 states. I want to go to every national park. I want to try all of the different restaurants and the different food and every single different sport in a game, from your basketballs to your baseballs to NFLs to college football. I want to see and do it all. So I'm going to continue making these videos. I really appreciate all the support. And then just a final note, it's July the 4th this weekend. I want to wear the American flag shorts. I want to be on the water somewhere. Yeah, let us know in the comments what we should do.
40 followers to 10,000 in under 3 weeks, just from being amazed by this country. That is the kind of impact America has on the people who come here. And for so many of them, it all circles right back to one specific obsession you have already seen throughout this entire video. So here's what I want to know from you. When Europeans react like this to America, do you think it is really about the government? Or do you think it comes down to the people and the way we build things here? Drop your answer below, because I read every single one of them, and I want to know if you think we get too much credit or not enough. From car parks to garages, from lorries to Jeeps, it does not matter what angle these Europeans come at it from. Ever since the World Cup brought them here, they keep circling back to the same conclusion. This country builds things bigger, louder, and more unapologetic than anywhere else on Earth, and they cannot look away. You are definitely committed to keeping me waiting. Go ahead and change that. Hit subscribe, because every single day we go looking for the moment it hits Europeans just how different this country really is since the World Cup, and trust me, it never gets old.